for joining us once again for part 5. Last week we covered part 4 and we are still continuing with the topic on level of financial investments in a farm. Enjoy!
So, where does the money come from? This is a very important question for you entrepreneurs listening to me. So where does the money come from? If we have seen that plowing and plowing and plowing is necessary if you have a vision to get that business to scale. So where does this money come from? I want to mention today 4 areas that we need to watch carefully, and these do not include banks, high street commercial banks, which we know often are problematic in terms of financing green or brownfield businesses, as they call them. Even mature businesses hard to finance by high street commercial banks with interest rates that are more than 18 to 20%. The first source of this money is called savings. I repeat, savings. I know many people don't want to listen to that, but that's savings. I was taught in economics long ago. Savings must equal to investment. So, if we take a macro level view, Uganda seeks to earn at per capita level, meaning each one of us, we seek to earn some United States dollars 9,000 by 2040. All of us, this country has made a target that by 2040, each one of us should at least earn $9,000. This means each one of us has to ensure we save from the little we earn in order for us to invest in our businesses. If you have a rising debt level, like Uganda has, I think when I last checked in 2017, the per capita debt, each of us, how much we owe was part of the gross capital stock, of the gross debt stock. In 2017, we were at $280, each one of us. This is almost 900,000 shillings. It has grown from $148, which is about 500,000 in 2000, in the year 2000, when we crossed over. When you have rising debt levels, and you have a very low domestic tax to GDP ratio, meaning that the amount of taxes you collect when measured against your gross domestic product, it is very low. We are below 20%. I think we're around 17 or 16. I need to check. When you have these parameters on your dashboard, like driving a car, it means that household, my house, and all of us household at a country level must insist on domestic savings at a country level, because this is going to be the key option to build financial investments in businesses. For us to earn $9,000, how much is $9,000? I think about 30 million shillings. To earn 30 million shillings for each one of us and be a middle-class competitive country in the world, our farms FI and farms FA, and our households must save up to 35% of our earnings. Today we are saving only 16% of our earnings. That was in 2017, those figures. So we must raise our savings to 35% of all our earnings. This might sound a little strange to many of you watching and listening to me, because you would say, I'm not even breaking even. I'm not making a profit as a business. How can I save 35%? But let me tell you something. We need to know that saving is more of a mindset. Mark that word. It is more of a mindset than the physical cash stored away. When something has to do with mindset, it calls for emotional, physical, and financial restraints on ourselves, on our consumption, in order that we can keep a small portion of what we earn, regardless of how much we are earning and where we stand on this journey. We can start small, start somewhere, and we'll get the necessary resources that will allow us to grow as businesses and invest sustainably in our businesses so that they can become competitive. Now, to improve our per capita FDI is number 2. So I said number 1 is savings. Number 2 is to improve our per capita FDI. FDI is foreign direct investment. So how much of us, if you calculate the total foreign direct investment amount that come into the country and you divide that by 43 million Ugandans, then you get the per capita FDI for each one of us. So improving that earning in the country is number 2 in terms of sources of money to do financial investment in our businesses so they become competitive. Now, I know often many businesses don't take a rounded view of our country's earnings. We kind of run in these silos. I mean, my own business, we don't take the full picture. The beauty of my age and things I have done and my interaction in this country is that if you're not broad-minded, if you don't think of the next door neighbor and the actions they are taking in the economy, it doesn't matter how successful you are, the one who is not successful brings down everyone. So we should all be concerned, therefore, as business people, with the amount we bring in the country as FDI, the quality of what we bring in, the health of our physical, financial, political, social, and cultural infrastructure. All those are various levels of infrastructure. When I say cultural infrastructure, I'm telling you behaviors and customs that impede attracting investment or that stop businesses from growing because you need to change them. They are cultural constraints, I tend to call them. We should all be concerned with all these parameters I mentioned that our businesses operate in, and we shouldn't leave this to the government or to politicians or to the bureaucrats in power. We should be concerned as businesses because we're the ones who pay the tax, we're the ones who create jobs. Of course, we need an enabling environment, but we are the ones who know where the shoe hurts. FDI in a country, listen to me carefully, FDI is not just a huge government word or figure. FDI in a country supports many businesses indirectly. You think of tourism and the ripple effect of someone visiting Uganda and spending some $3,000, let's say 11 million shillings. How much food, fuel, hotel, shopping for arts and craft or whatever it is that the person has bought in the country, internet, airtime, how much of this person will consume and how many jobs he or she, this visitor, will positively impact if we all think in a rounded, in a holistic manner about FDI as a source of investment. So any negative publicity, even if it might serve you as an individual politician, the tweet you make, the Facebook messages you give, they may serve your political career, but they are dangerously affecting thousands of jobs in the country. This is the reason we should all care what we say and how we treat strangers and visitors to our country, what we do with them when they are here. We need to make them retain a positive image, you see, because the mind has very limited retention span. You need to plant a seed called Uganda there so that they can speak about it, they can bring friends and relatives back so that we can increase our FDI, okay? Let's, for the argument's sake, take United States dollars 1.2 billion. We earned that FDI in 2019. We were at 1.4. We fell, you know, as we entered Corona pandemic. Let's take $1.2 billion as FDI to Uganda before Corona pandemic out. Let's divide it per capita. Ugandan, when you divide it by 43 million Ugandans, the Ugandan per capita FDI is a paltry, very small United States dollars 28 only. $28. But what if we increased this to $100, each one of us per capita in the next 10 years? It means Uganda would earn $4.3 billion in FDI. Just simply raising it to $100. I thank you for listening to me. Have a great weekend.
Would like to hear from you. Please email us at info@tapmedia.com and visit our website at www.tapmedia.com. You can also visit our offices located at Tomosi Business Park, Luzira, Port Bell Road, or call 0414-220-702. Thank you.